Hello, my name is Ari Isaac. I'm the GIS administrator and owner of EvariGIS Consulting, and today I'd like to talk about our work with Southern Contracting Electrical Contractors. They came to us proposing that we help provide a workflow based on ArcGIS software. And I'm gonna get this started while I'm talking. And they explained the situation. We did some research, and we came up with I think, a fairly good best practices based solution, which I'd like to describe here today. So basically, we need to the first step is going to be to reconcile the three pieces of data that we have. The first piece is the GIS data from SanGIS. The second piece is the City of San Diego's table, and the third piece is SDG&E's table. SDG&E, the first two tables will be reconciled pretty easily because there is a SAP ID field on both of them, and they can be joined together. So we'll be able to join one to the other and use the table, and then go through, and there'll be minor differences. I'm going to click allow here. There'll be minor differences. So we'll be able to quickly create that join. The next join will be much harder because the way SDG&E does it is they say 50 feet north of a particular intersection, and so we are probably going to have to manually do some of that work to link what SDG&E calls the data to what the City of San Diego calls the data. So that's the first step. So once that's done, we'll have points representing streetlights all across the City of San Diego with the back-end data that's in all those tables. We'll already have that to get started with. What I'm going to show you is two examples of ways that we're going to interact with that data. So there'll be a database and a web server on the back end that's located on the Amazon cloud, and then there'll be this type of interface on a phone type of device. It's not really a phone. I mean, we're not using it to make calls very much, but to interact with the data. And then we'll have a web-based front end, basically a desktop user interface, where managers from both the city and Southern Contracting can manage the project. This way the project is fully transparent, and it'll lead to better decisions overall. Excuse that, I'm not sure what that was. Anyway, let's get into this. Let me get to so there's a series of samples here, so I'm going to use one of the samples that I'm familiar with to show you basically how this works. There's this citizen's request sample. So basically this is a way for people to log in and make requests about someone's got a busted up car that they left down the street from me, and so we want to make a complaint. These are some complaints that I made before. Imagine there are different types of streetlights, or streetlights that have been done and streetlights that are still yet to do. So basically you'd log into something like this. Let's say it's a streetlight over here. You could click this button. What this button does is it zooms to your location. It uses the internal GPS in the phone and zooms to your location, which will be really great for users in the field, obviously, to quickly get to where they need to go and to locate the closest point to where they are, and then start working directly with the data of that point. It's not as useful, obviously, in this example because this is a laptop, and I don't have any GPS here, but this is going to be a real useful button. But let's say there's a new street light here. So we're going to zoom in on this intersection, zoom in as far as we can go. Okay, so let's say it's here on the southeast corner of this intersection. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a feature. Generally, there'll already be a feature. So we're going to add a critical issue, let's say, and then let's just collect the location. So we're going to put the point where we know it is. We'll also be able to use the GPS to create the point, so a user will be able to stand underneath the street light and say this is where it is, and create the point. So we press check. So there, we've collected the information, and now it's saying what information, what back-end data do you want to collect about it. This could be, the wattage of a light, the type of bulb, whatever information we need to collect. Some information will need to be manually collected by work crews. Some information will be already there because we already have it from the first collection effort, and some collection will be collected automatically, like the date and time that they collected the data. They don't need to punch that in. We'll just collect it. Let's just not show that again. So here, for instance, let's just type my name here in Ari Isaac. Okay, and then we can fill this all out. If we wanted to, we could edit the location. This emulator's a bit sketchy sometimes, but so there's all kinds of good information that you could collect. Some of it's already filled in, but it could be changed. Some of there's all kinds of different rules about these fields. But the most interesting thing, I think, is this attachments. So let's say we want to add an attachment. So you could pick from the photo gallery, or you could take a photo with the phone. So a work crew could just snap a quick picture of something, maybe something that they refer to in the comments, like this particular situation is a bit weird, so I made this decision. And so they want to take a picture of this situation just to show their manager or whatever. They could do that, but we don't have a camera on my laptop again, so it's a similar type of situation as with the GPS. So we're going to pick from the photo gallery. The phone comes with some sample photos. Let's choose this waterfall already. So what it's doing is it's associating the waterfall with the point, that particular image. Okay, and then you just press back, and then you're here, and then let's just say go. So we collected that point. We've collected the point back in, let's say, and learn something weird is going on here. Let's just ignore it. So you click here, and it's a critical issue. You can learn all about the information that was put in. We can edit the information and all that good stuff. So this is how the work crew will work with the data. On the other end, the managers will work with the data on a desktop or laptop style version. They have these sample applications of the type of thing, and here's the default configuration. There's nothing special with this. It's based on Flash. If you have, if you can play YouTube videos, then your computer can do this. And feel free to type in ArcGIS Viewer for Flex, and there'll be a series of Flex viewers. Obviously, we'll change this. Maybe we'll put a little light bulb here and change this to say Southern Contracting's web application for City San Diego project. There's all kinds of tools in here. There's a print tool, so if you wanted to send an email to somebody, you could print a picture of whatever it is, and it'll save it to a PDF, and then you could attach the PDF to the email and say, this intersection wasn't done right, or whatever way you want to communicate. It's got they call it flexy because it's flashy, but you can zoom in. It's pretty responsive application, so you should imagine that, for instance, it'll probably zoom, the page will open up to something like this, and there'll be a series of points, and hopefully a lot of the points, more than you expect anyway, will be shown as completed. So you can zoom further in. You can use these pans to just pan right or pan left, zoom out or zoom in. It's pretty easy interface, and if you feel like checking it out, feel free to go to this website and check it out. But what this will do is it'll drive a common operating picture between the city and Southern Contracting, so that there's no surprises. The goal is to be transparent. identify issues early if there are issues, and make sure that everything's free and clear, and drive a common operating picture, so that way the project can be made with the best decisions possible. Anyway, that's the goal. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My name is Ari Isaac. I'm the GIS administrator and owner of EvariGIS Consulting here in San Diego. My phone number is 858-633-6447. Or you can reach me at my email, which is aisaak@evarigisconsulting.com. Thank you very much. Bye.